So there's a better way to do this li element where we want the contents to be bold. Well, let's start off by saying that if we want this enroll in Ucode, let me take this highlighting off. If we want this enroll in Ucode to be bold, instead of making the whole li element bold, we actually want it to be something important, right? The reason why we're making it bold is it must be something that should be strongly emphasized. So that's actually an HTML element, the strong tag. And if we can say that this piece of our content is different from other content in some way, we should do that in HTML for a variety of reasons that I went over before. One major reason is search engines. They're looking at your web page. They don't really care how it looks. They care about the content. And so if people are wondering, hey, how do I enroll in Ucode, and this is bold on your page, well, search engines are going to know, oh, this is a good page for that. So we can say strong here and slash strong after it, and then we don't even need this font weight of bold. And in fact, if we wanted strong elements to be bold and it wasn't like that normally, well, we could just then put it in our style tag CSS. As it turns out, we actually changed it to be not only the default bold, but we made it into a blue color. You see up here, we made strong color blue. So, okay, that makes sense. Now, if we didn't want it to be a color blue, because it's in a list item as opposed to this one up here, we wanted it to be blue, we could override that with an inline CSS. But there's a better way. And before I go over that, just note also that because we made it inside the li tag as strong, then we don't get the number as strong either. Well, maybe we wanted that whole step to be strong or bold. So what we can actually do is use something called classes. I'm going to take out the strong element now. Sorry for making you do something or look at something that we weren't actually going to use, but it was important to illustrate my point. So this list item now is going to have a class of, and what kind of class of element is this? Well, maybe we want it to be a class of important step, maybe. So we can make it important step there. And that makes sense now. All important steps should be bold. So we can actually add that here as our rule. Now, if you want it to be a class, if you wanted the rule to be about a class, you start off with a period. So dot, and look, it already knows that one of our classes is important steps. So we can just press tab, and it'll have the important step for us. So then we do a curly brace. This is just like our other rules, except now instead of an HTML tag, it's a class. And here we're going to say font weight bold. And now you can see it actually made the whole thing bold, but not the other list items. All we had to do was class equals important step. It looks a lot nicer now. We don't really have CSS here. We've just kind of told the browser what kind of list item this is. Why don't you do that for the same for all of your list items that need to be a little different from your other list items? Assign them classes, and then in your style tag, make those classes have a different look and feel.